All right, guys, Sooner Nation, get ready because we're going to dive into the world of Oklahoma Sooners football recruiting as we sit down with the talented four-star safety Reggie Powers. Today, we're going to go into his journey a little bit, discover what that is like, go into his favorite recruiting moments, and more in this interview. But Reggie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm watching Oklahoma State and Texas. I wish it was Oklahoma playing in the Big 12 championship game, but you know what? Sometimes the cards just aren't in your favor to get there. But I'm doing okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
hey, we got a lot of Oklahoma fans that tune into this podcast, and I think the first thing that we got to start off with, right, is just tell everybody a little bit more about yourself. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? Where do you play football currently?
Yeah, I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I grew up here all my life. I go to Centerville High School. I went to a school maybe 15 minutes from here, first through eighth grade. Then I transferred here my freshman year. My older brother actually went here. He was a senior when I was a freshman. He played basketball. But I've been playing football for 12 years now. This is my 12th year. My senior year was my 12th year. So I've been loving football my whole life. It's always been my favorite sport. I have a really athletic family. All my brothers play sports and stuff like that. So I have an older brother who's currently a freshman at Marshall. So we always I'm really competitive. I have four older brothers, two younger brothers. So yeah, I got a real family athletic background.
Yeah. Now, do you play any other sports outside of football?
Yeah, I play. Well, I played obviously with me this year early enrolling. I'm not playing basketball or track, but the past 3 years I played basketball, and then my freshman and sophomore year I played track. I ran track.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it seems like this Oklahoma staff, they love to recruit guys that play multi sports. But kind of going into your recruiting process a little bit, how do you go from, or what is it like getting one offer all the way up to, I think 247 is recording you at 32 offers, and then narrowing that choice down to one school? Because, I mean, as you're building relationships, I'm sure that's hard to narrow that process down. So, how do you get to one school and what goes into that decision?
Yeah, I think starting off, I started getting offers probably my sophomore year. After my sophomore year, I think I got eight that summer. So I think most importantly to me was just relationships and building relationships with coaches and things like that over time. Some schools, they won't be as much reaching out as others. So I think that's big and just seeing who really wants me to be a part of their team and then my fit in that school if I can see myself playing in that system and stuff like that. Then obviously when I get on campus, I want to see meet the guys, talk more in person with the coach, see the facilities and things like that. But over time, it gets easier and easier over time because you just keep building relationships and you really get to see the people who really want to recruit you.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Now, we got a question here from one of the followers on Twitter, Boomer Bill. He wants to know, what about OU made you commit?
Yeah, I think real almost everything about it. The atmosphere, the coaches. Obviously, they started recruiting me a little bit late, but that didn't really change a lot for me. They were reaching out every day, just asking more about me, not just about football. I was having genuine conversations with them every day. And with Coach Venables, being a defensive minded coach, I think some conversations with him, my fit in the defense, I really enjoyed that. My versatility, being able to play multiple positions in the back end. So I think that, and then the atmosphere was great when I went on my first visit there for the first game day. Even better on the second visit for the night game. So and then, the campus, I think it's perfect. It's not too big or too little. Everything's kind of right there in Norman. So and the players, I enjoy my time with the players and their character and stuff like that. So I enjoyed everything about the visit.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, Reggie, you talked about positions a little bit, and actually, we got another question from Jiminy Crickets on Twitter as well. He says, "Do you know how you will be used or where you will play in this defense? Specifically, are you going to do free safety, strong safety, or cheetah?"
Uh, Obviously over time we're gonna see how my body transforms and things like that. But I think they want to start me off at cheetah and strong safety. Speaking of Coach Hall and Coach Venables, obviously they think I'm very versatile, which is good. So I can play multiple positions on the field, maybe even the free safety too. So just when I get there in January, I'll be learning cheetah first, and then as time goes on, I'll start learning the other positions too. But really, we really never know. Just got to see where it takes me.
Yeah. Now, what are you going to bring? What can you bring as a player to this Sooners defense here in the 2024 cycle?
I can bring versatility and being able to fit in wherever I need to get in. And when I get in, I'm gonna be physical. I'm gonna be dominant. And so I think I do a great job of being like in the run fit and also being able to pass back and make plays on the ball. So I think about versatility, I can just make plays all over the field and show effort.
Now, do you have any goals set for yourself yet for when you get on campus in your first year of football?
Yeah, obviously my goal is to play. So I want to be a starter in my first year, and I want to make a big impact for this defense in whatever way that is. Uh, So I think just me going in there in January and working hard and just seeing where it takes me, I think I'll be able to be successful in that. So I just can't really tell what's going to happen in the future, but I just can control what I control. When I get there in January, work hard.
Yeah, now you've talked about getting your body right, talking about getting there in January and working hard. Have any of the players currently there, former players, reached out to you and told you about the Schmitty workouts, and are you ready for them?
Yeah, actually, my host Peyton Bowen, when I was we were just talking on the business stuff like that. He was like, he also enrolled early too, so he's kind of just giving me his how he had it for him. He said it was super good for him. He's glad he did it. So he was just like, winter workouts are tough, but like you just have that, you got to have that mindset that you're never gonna quit and stuff like that, and you can get through it. Like if you come here, you're like the right guy and you belong here. So don't think you can't do something or you can't get through it. Like it's gonna be hard, but you want it to be hard, so you're ready to play and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna come in with the mindset of working hard and never quitting.
Yeah, hey, Peyton Bowen, not a better host right there. He is elite, and there's a lot to learn from him. So I'm glad to hear that he was your host. Kind of going into your recruitment a little bit, fun recruitment questions. Who was the funniest recruiter on the recruiting trail?
Definitely, actually, Coach JP from Oklahoma. Yeah, Coach JP. I think he was the most like personality guy. Like he wasn't like trying to like recruit talk to me, like he was just being him. And as a person, he's a funny guy. He's always got energy and stuff like that. Him, even with my family and my little brother, like he was just kind of like a friend and like family guy. So like I think that was a big part of it too. Like when I was getting recruited, like that was different and kind of set the tone for all the other coaches too. Like they were just themselves more, and it was just good vibe.
That's awesome. Now, you're kind of in Big Ten country. So you have Ohio State around you, Michigan around you. You have some nice football stadiums around you. What was the best stadium or game day environment that you went to as a recruit?
Probably Ohio State. I went to their blackout game versus Wisconsin last
Oh,
year. So it was a pretty deep game. It wasn't close for real. It was 49-14, I think, but like it was still like a blackout game at night. It was a night game. So I know Wisconsin was supposed to be good. So like I know it was a lot of people there. I think it almost was sold out. So like it was a definitely a fun atmosphere.
now, have you ever been to an Ohio State Michigan game or
No. I know it's different on a different level though.
yeah, no, I've always wanted to go up to Ohio State and Michigan to go watch a football game. I
Yeah.
just two of the biggest stadiums in college football. I feel like the environment and the atmosphere would be incredible. So, do you have a player, whether they're currently in college or whether they're in the NFL, past or former, that you kind of look up to or model your game after?
Like NFL, like someone I watched in the NFL a lot was Cam Chancellor. Like I like his aggressiveness and like being able to just run around and hit people for real. And then like I like Jamal Adams too, like more like versatile guy, hybrid. He played like nickel and safety. Like he would come blitz off the edge. Grant Delpit from LSU as well. I think those guys. And like currently, I like watching Malachi Moore from Alabama. He's a 4 year starter or 3 year starter at Alabama. So like, I think he pretty versatile too, just blitzing and being able to like play deep safety and things like that.
Hey, Cam Chancellor is a great person to model your game after, look up to. Part of that Seahawks defense that was just, I mean, they were just a killer for a long time. I guess you could say they still are a little bit. So they're still here
Yeah.
and there. Another question I got from somebody on Twitter. You might not have an idea on this yet, but do you have an idea of kind of what degree or what do you want to do in college just outside of football?
Uh, I want to stay in sports somehow. So like, I want to do like sports marketing or like business marketing, something like that. Like maybe like being in a business, but like a sports business, like working in that. So like I think that. So I don't know exact major yet, but I'll get to get that like in the first year or something like that.
All right. Now, as we start to kind of wrap this up a little bit, I asked everybody this. You might not be involved in the OU recruiting, but is there anybody specifically player wise that you are helping trying to get to Norman?
Currently, no, I haven't really. I'm in recruiting, but like I haven't seen like anybody like top fives like or top tens that's Oklahoma right now. Now, if like I see somebody, actually not. So there's a corner Christian. He was committed to Michigan State with me. He actually was on a visit with me last time I went. I am trying to get him to come down again. I don't know what his plans are. I don't think he's early enrolling, so that's kind of good because it makes it more time. But
Was it Justin Denson?
nah, no, not just it's the
Oh,
other one. Justin
okay.
Denson, he's been texting me though. He said he like Coach Venables and stuff like that, but like it seems like he might be still locked in with Michigan State. But he said he enjoys Coach Venables.
Yeah, he's talented too, and I know he came to Oklahoma at one point, and then he went up there with David Stone the week after to Michigan State. So,
Yeah.
yeah, well, hey, Reggie, we appreciate you coming on. We appreciate you giving us a little bit more insight to your recruitment. Where can Oklahoma fans follow you on social media?
Yeah, my Instagram is _ Reggie Powers. So REGGIE Powers, and then my Twitter is Reggie _ Powers. So it's pretty simple. So yeah.
Pretty simple. And we will link those down here in the descriptions below so you guys can follow Reggie on any of those social media platforms and keep up with one of your latest Oklahoma Sooner commits. Guys, let me tell you a little bit more about Reggie here because Reggie had 82 tackles this year, 7.5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 6 pass breakups. So you know that he's going to be a guy out there in the secondary that's willing to go out there, fight for the ball, keep up with those receivers. Hey, going into the SEC, you're going to have to fight a lot of elite receivers, but you're going to get an opportunity to really raise that draft stock and potentially get to the NFL one day. So, ladies and gentlemen, Reggie Powers, one of the most talented and a top 250 player in the country in the 2024 cycle. Make sure you jump over to X or Instagram, give him a follow. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe button.